la la la. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, hello. So, what's up? So, tonight, I really have to. I really have to only do this live for 1 hour for the questions that you guys will have for me because I have an interview set up that's that in an hour and a half we will be interviewing the owner of an online wedding company that wants to uh, give more information if those wants to do the marriage online. So I really need to keep this up for only an hour, so please bear with me. Just I know I can. So I will answer questions in the next hour or so. Then I need to wrap this up because we will have an interview. I really want that interview done. Call it a night because we're a little, we don't feel that good. We had our vaccine today and I'm a little floaty. So that's probably the effect, or just want to lay down, I but before that, how's everybody? How's everyone? So tonight is our answering of questions. Oh my god, there's a bunch already. Let me go through each of you. Let me just get the information that I need for it. That way we can start and we should be good to go. Let me just grab that information and we'll get started. So get those questions in. Get those questions in and let's get them answered. Oh, where is that? I couldn't find it. It should be here somewhere. I will just go to the IATF website to be sure. So is the no hotel used from the USA? To be honest, there's really none of that. None of the no hotel. If you read the IATF resolution that they released yesterday, what they were saying. Wait, I will show it to you guys on the screen. So we have it on black and white. We have it on black and white. That way, because I'm showing you the reference for it. So have it in black and white, and this is what it says. There was really nothing that says over there that there will be no quarantine. So I don't know where did you guys hear that no quarantine, but that's not even uh discussed. So this is what it says on the resolution. A sub-technical group is hereby created to be headed by the Department of Transportation and composed of its attached offices and agencies such as One Stop Shop, DOTR, Civil Aeronautics Board, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, and the Manila International Airport Authority, the Department of Health, together with its Technical Advisory Group, and the BOQ, the DFA, the Department of Interior and Local Government, the Department of Tourism, the Department of Labor and Employment and Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, the Bureau of Immigration, and the National Task Force against COVID-19 to formulate, read that, to formulate and propose recommendations for special pilot testing and quarantine protocols for travelers, Filipinos and Balikbayans and their families coming from green and yellow list countries, territories, and jurisdiction. There is none in there whatsoever that says that there is no quarantine anymore. Maybe during their discussion when they are formulating the recommendation and stuff, that will be brought up that there will be no quarantine. But there's nothing said on that resolution that there is no quarantine anymore. So I don't know where was that information came from that there is no quarantine anymore. There was nothing said in the resolution that there will be no quarantine anymore for travelers coming from yellow list. And with the green list, they have a different protocol for green list travelers. All they need is a negative RT-PCR test because that's their current protocol for travelers coming from green list. All they need is an RT-PCR test taken within 72 hours before departure. Then they can go straight home. So, but so far for yellow list, it's 5 to 6 days if you are fully vaccinated, verified vaccination status. If not, then at least 8 days. So there is none of that no quarantine yet. Because as you read on the resolution that was approved and announced yesterday, there is nothing in there about no quarantine. They are still gathering up. But granted, like I said, when they have a meeting, because the DOTR, the Department of Tourism, is really wanting to have no quarantine. The no quarantine proposal has been on the table. I made an update on that the last time on the no quarantine, but those are all proposals, and even given a date that they would start doing it on November 8th, but the IATF will still have the final decision for that. So I know it's a bummer, but hi from Belgium. Hey Rudy, good evening. Hello, how are you? I'm doing good, Bernadette. Any news for foreign tourists into the Philippines? No, none of that yet, Vincent. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Hey, traveling hobo. Good morning from New York. Nay, hey, Kenzo. Good evening, sis. Hello, hello. Good evening, traveling hobo. Hey, dude. Hey, good evening, Ma'am Adi. God bless. Hello, hello. Good evening. Maayong gabi. Hello, maayong gabi. That's normal after taking the vaccine. Yeah, I'm a little, it's like my arm is hurting and stuff. So hopefully report of marriage will be back soon. It's been 4 weeks already. Hopefully I can be in the Philippines by January. Hopefully Aaron. Hope no swab test also. Yep. I'm from Ireland. Can you ask him, is it possible to marry legally online? As I am in Ireland and she is in the Philippines. Yes, I most of the questions that I gathered up is actually online marriages from outside the states, which I know they cater. Good morning, hey Pops, good morning. They are discussing no quarantine for fully vaccinated. I'm from Belgium, Europe. Can I come? The pilot test for no quarantine is supposed to start November 8th through 15th. Yeah, that was the first plan. But of course, we would have to wait on the follow up on that when they start. Comes November 8th, when they start, hey, we started the pilot testing already, then that is really good. According to the presidents on the Philippine news blog. That's cool. It's a real bummer. Thanks anyway. All green, yellow, red countries can travel to Philippines except if you're coming from green, no quarantine. Yes. That's true. I'm a US citizen, not a Filipino. I've been trying for 8 months to get into the Philippines to marry my fiance. Unfortunately, John Mike, that is not possible at the moment because what do you call this?
No foreign tourists are allowed.
No foreign tourists are still allowed at the moment. Thanks, Miss Addie. How is Cebu? Hope no more quarantine in Cebu. In Cebu, they unfortunately Cebu has to follow the national order. So Terry Everhart, would you mind sharing that information that the president has said on the Philippines news vlog that I know they were I've even made a video on that they would start on November the 8th, but also they should be announcing it again when they start the pilot test, which what we are waiting for. Permanent ba tong needed mag-vaccine bago makasulod sa USS katong nag-apply for? Yes, it's really required. After two vaccine shots, one booster, I had no pain. My wife had two shots and I thought she was going to die. It's like my arm is a little sore right now, traveling hobo. It's like my arm is a little sore. Forrest was a little dizzy earlier, so I'm not sure if it was really from the vaccine or it was just too hot from where we were at earlier. We were there for 3 hours, not much breeze. We're in a covered court, not much breeze, no AC, no drink. So, hi everyone. I hope wala ng quarantine. We still hope for maayong gabi, day. Hello, Joy. I can't believe all the Asian countries are opening up for tourism except for the Philippines. It makes me think that they really don't care about their people in the economic recovery. That's understandable. You can travel to PH if you're from North Korea, China, Syria, and Yemen. Yep. From green countries, these countries are. I don't even want to make a comment on that. Good morning, good evening from Edina, Minnesota, US. Hey, Gary. How are you, Gary? I'm from Canada. Do you think no more quarantine in the month of February? I can't really guarantee that, Orlando, because they do updates twice a month. They do their updates every 2 weeks. So everything could change every 2 weeks. I'm from Green List and I'm a tourist, so I can I'm from Green List and I am a tourist, so I can travel. No, it's like travelers coming from green, yellow, and red countries. The permitted travelers still applies, Kenzo. Yes, I will look for it and share it to you. Thank you, Terry. Permanent sis or pwede rato nila wala. No, that's actually the rule in the States right now, Bella. November 15, no more quarantine. Thank you, sis. You're welcome. So, so it will announcements because for sure the Philippine government will post announcements when they start a pilot test or where they're if they're running something or any updates, stuff like that. So why is China on the green list with a major outbreak going on now right now? I don't know. I don't really know on that. So like I said, guys, if we could get it in an hour or less, because like I said, I have an upcoming interview from the owner of that website that does online wedding not just in the states but also outside the states. So we will be interviewing him tonight. So anymore, like I said, that was the new uh resolution. Don't worry, I will be making a summary of that guidelines from the IATF, the new guidelines from the IATF for November the 1st until November the 15th. I will show you the guidelines on for a particular category and stuff. But that is based on the resolution that they are talking about. And yes, for sure, when they talk about the proposals of no quarantine, for sure that will be brought up by different agencies. That will be brought up from different agencies because Department of Tourism is there, Department of Transportation, the National Task Force for COVID-19, everything is there. So they might be throwing recommendations and what's good for, because they will always base it in science, safety protocols for everybody, visitors coming in into the Philippines and stuff. So they might be able to do that, but until that announcement, because like the resolution said, it's like this group is going to be formulating and proposing a recommendation to the IATF on the pilot testing of quarantine protocols coming from the green and yellow list countries. So the LA consulate says USPS postage has increased. Oh boy. You might be interviewing me and my wife when I come there November 25. We chat 2 years, never met and married. Cool, Terry. I would love to interview you guys. We love sharing those happy stories from our subscribers because that's an inspiration for everybody. If you guys watch Catherine and Andy's story, that's just part one. We still have part two. The part two is a little is really interesting because we asked Andy what was his process during the immigration when he was up at the immigration counter, what was asked for him from him, and what was the feeling like meeting the love of your life for the first time, meeting your wife for the first time. Was the feelings the same, mutual, or has it changed? So it's really cool. It's you will learn something from it. Married online, no visit each other. I will be adopting her 2-year-old daughter that she has raised. That are her sister's kids. Cool, Terry. Cool. It's like just met Terry. Just message me on Facebook, on our Facebook page. If then we can schedule the interview. We would love to interview you guys. We really do. Miss Addie, thank you for the updates. Keeping what's going on in Cebu before booking. Planning of traveling next year. God bless and take care, everyone. Thank you, Francis. All are advertised to mail General Consulate additional stamp to cover the cost of the price increase. Ah, so just waiting on the ROM now. 6 weeks so far. Cool, Terry. Although the virus is real and terrible situation, they are making it so political, not thinking of their citizens or their economy. It's really sad that they're that. Yep, I know. Unfortunately, we are not on the power to really contradict that or something. So, but like I said, guys, I will leave the link of the IATF resolution on the levels of each countries over here if you guys are interested on that. I know there are a lot of LGUs already that are already removing the RT-PCR test, especially if you are fully vaccinated. But so far, this is the resolution. This is the most important discussion in the resolution. The international hub is still on, and they are even expanding it now. Before, the international hub was only for the green list countries, so now they are really expanding it to yellow list countries, which is really good because they are really expanding everything. And especially you are fully vaccinated. And in Manila, their vaccination rate over there is already at 93%. And that is really, really good. That we're just like in Manila, they have already achieved the herd immunity, or whatever that term is. So, and the president has ordered LGUs to ramp up their vaccination, and that's what LGUs are doing here today, or at the moment. That's why we got our vaccination earlier. So we were happy that we got vaccinated already, and that's that's doing our part to, you know, achieving this herd immunity. That way we can go back to our normal lives. Hey, love Ara, good evening. I am ready for the Eaton Squad Sunday long distance relationship discussion Halloween special. I got my cape. I still have to get my headpiece. Canada is yellow list and there's quarantine for 5 days. So if Canada is green list, no quarantine, correct? I would wait to save money. Yes, that is correct. The current protocol for green list countries right now, all they need is a negative RT-PCR test result taken 72 hours before departure, and you actually go straight home. So you have two options. If you don't want to, but this is also if you are fully vaccinated. Because if you're not fully vaccinated, you will have to quarantine. You will have to be swab tested. Congrats on the vaccine. Thank you, Lamont. Can my boyfriend can travel here in the Philippines? At the moment, your boyfriend's category is under foreign tourist, which is still suspended at the moment. So, but like I said, I will be doing a summary video discuss on the new resolution and stuff. That way, you guys can, what do you call this? Well, it's like the green list is updated, the red list is updated and stuff. So I will be, because I know some bloggers have already posted that. So, but I will be correcting some that's not correct information over there. But so far, as far as I know, the no quarantine pilot testing are still being formulated and writing recommendations. But don't get me wrong, that no quarantine will probably thrown out in there. It will be discussed, it will be recommended, especially those travel agencies who's been wanting to open up the Philippines for such a long time. This is the Department of Tourism. For sure, the Department of Tourism is going to recommend that. I will be joining you live from my submarine. Really? Traveling hobo? That's the first. I will look forward to that. Booster tomorrow. Just got back from EU. Better protocol, straightforward. Yep, I know. When is the next update on the list, Miss Addie? Update on the list. That the list that they have shown right now is until November 15th. US citizen, kailangan po ba ng quarantine? Yes. Fully vaccinated and verified 6 days, at least 6 days. If not vaccinated, at least 8 days. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Here in the UK, we have our NHS vaccination digital app. Would be great if BOQ will accept it. I am fully vaccinated and coming from Florida. Will I have to be quarantined for 6 days? Yes. So I will have 30 minutes more, guys. I have 30 minutes more before I can wrap this up. Because, like I said, we have an interview coming up with the owner of this online wedding service. This is not web. This is completely a different service, legit service, and they wanted to share more information. What's the process? They cater most of their online weddings those that are outside the states, because if it's outside the states, you will have to apply for the report of marriage in the states under the jurisdiction of the Utah courthouse. They still use the Utah courthouse, but they have leeways on how they do it on the report of marriage. So we will be interviewing him, and I will be posting that in our vlog in our channel. And hi Miss Addie, hi Dean, hello, good evening to you. La 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 la. Hello, Miss Addie. Any good news about tourist or update? My fiance is coming from Indianapolis. He's fully vaccinated. Thank you, Miss Addie. God bless. For right now, Luisa, the foreign tourist is still not allowed in the Philippines. So they are still only allowing Filipinos, balikbayans, and families of Filipinos for now. Webwed charges an arm and a leg. Maybe this new company will cost less. They actually are. They sent me their cost and everything, and they're cheaper. I have got minor children coming with me on our trip in Manila. Is it 8 days to book our quarantine? Yes. If you have minor children, you will have to do the longer quarantine. My wife and I traveling from London on November the 12th via Singapore. We are both fully vaccinated here in the UK. Do we need to quarantine in a hotel for 6 or 8 days? 6 days. Make sure to bring all your documents to prove your vaccination status. When I make a letter of request by the Philly. Um, my wife is Filipino and I will be balikbayan. You will be granted with the balikbayan visa, Dean. Make sure to bring your marriage certificate. So any more questions, guys? I will have to wrap this up in 25 minutes. I'm so sorry if I'm such in a hurry, but like I said, we have an interview with the company owner. na, 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 na. Mhm. Sana yung may ka-LDR pag pa-interview sa media or karoon ng media rally para malagay na sa green list. Lagay sa green list ang foreign. You're just gonna make it longer. I assume that an official marriage certificate is different from the report of marriage certificate. Yes. If online marriage is done, I'm from green list and I travel still. Can I travel still? Yes, you go through that process, Kenzo. When you do the online marriage, you do the report of marriage, you have to apply for your 9A visa, then you fly to the Philippines. No worries about wrapping it up. As always, a great video chat. Thank you for sharing. Have a great interview with the online wedding service. Thank you, Gary. Will immigration recognize our UK vaccination certificate from NHS to avail shorter? It's not the immigration that's going to check on it. It's the Bureau of Quarantine. Just bring it because is that the one that's given to you guys when you have your vaccination? If I'm married to a Filipina, do I still need a 9A visa? Yes, that is required at the moment. That's not been lifted yet. Good morning, Addie. Can you tell me all the requirements to go home from US? Thank you. Rose, you can check our YouTube channel. I have what do you call this? I have videos there as a guide when you guys go home to the Philippines. It's actually a long weekend here in the Philippines. This is Saturday, then Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So, good morning, Addie. Oh, yeah, that's already. Lost my Filipino passport. If you don't have your Filipino passport, you will have to request for your PSA birth certificate. If people are just now getting online married, the Philippine will open long before the ROM and 9 visa. That's really a good possibility, traveling hobo. Miss Addie, what is this info that former Filipinos are required to bring old passport or birth certificate to prove? Please clarify. Thank you, bunch. That is true. If you are a former Filipino, you have naturalized abroad but did not apply for dual citizenship, you have to show your old Philippine passport or your PSA issued birth certificate to prove that you were a Filipino. So, without that, you will not be allowed to board. Eve of Halloween. Yep, it is. How do you correctly spell your name? Addie? ADY? I actually go by Adelie. But everybody just call me Addie. Addie like ADY. Thank you very much for all you do. Thank you, Rose. Thanks for all the support in our channel. I thank you all. It's like with all other travel updates vlogger around, you guys still choose the Eaton squad as a reliable source for all travel updates to the Philippines and the US and neighboring Asian countries. And that really means to us. Me and my husband are very thankful for that trust. And I hope you guys will continue to support us all the way. OMG, yes, that's the rule, Francis. If you don't have your Philippine passport, you need to have your Philippine birth certificate because you will not be allowed to board. When filing out One Health Pass, do you need to get code before our flight to Singapore from London or in Singapore on our transit flight to Manila? It's confusing when to get. You will have to get your QR code, Dean, 24 hours before departure. So you can get this while you guys are still in London, because this will be checked during your departure in London. Airlines know this already. So you have to register 24 hours before departure. Vlog. Hey Gary. Sis, ang Japan ba open na for tourists? I don't think Japan is open for tourists yet. Vaccination paper from Canada is good to show us proof of vaccination. They told us to download Health Pass app in Manila. Is that true? Your vaccination paper is different. The One Health Pass is also different. They are two complete different documents or application. Your vaccination paper, that should you should be carrying that all the time. Your vaccination card, and that will be checked also in the Philippines. To avail the shorter quarantine, the One Health Pass is a must registration to all travelers to the Philippines. You have to register 24 hours before your flight. The One Health Pass update is when you register, you can get the QR code right away already. Before, they will give you the transaction number, then you will have to be at the airport to do the final step. This time, they did it less complicated. When you register, you can actually get the QR code right away. Thank you for answering my question. Have a great evening. Thank you, Dean. Good luck on the interview. Thanks, Pops. Okay, thanks, Addie. How about what is the best way for me to come there in Indianapolis? Can I come there for tourist if my fiance can't come over? Uh, Tourist in the US, you can always apply, but heads up to those who wants to apply for a tourist visa in the US, new application, the earliest interview slot that you can get is on February 2023. I'm not trying to be a pain here, but this is actually posted by the US Embassy in Manila. Thank you, Miss Addie. You're welcome, Unicorn. Miss Addie, no quarantine in Manila while transiting. I fully avoided Manila because of that. Where are you landing, Francis? You will have to quarantine on the first port of entry in the Philippines. Transit is not allowed in the Philippines. For example, you're coming from the US, you land in Manila, then 2 hours, you proceed to Cebu. That's actually not allowed. You will have to quarantine on the first port of entry in the Philippines. I really appreciate what you are doing, Eddie. If I fly to Cebu instead of Manila, will I have to be quarantined? Yes, at James. It's the same protocol. Cebu still has to follow the national protocol. So there is still quarantine in Cebu. So you don't have a direct flight to Cebu. Or is it direct or thank you, Addie. God bless. You're welcome, Louisa. One Health Pass only for NAIA. Yes, it's for NAIA. Clark is also doing One Health Pass. Cebu don't do One Health Pass. They actually have their own QR code. That's the MCIA registration form. So you guys, do you still have any more questions for tonight? Before I wrap this up, I'm sorry, it's a little bit in a hurry. Like I said, I just wanted to get on here and answer a few questions. If you guys have a few questions for me and before we do our interview. I watched one of the video how to create a letter of request by the Filipino spouse. My question is that exactly a letter I need? Do I need to be financially stable to sponsor my husband to visit over? That's what you put on the letter. I don't think they will really background check you for your finances. But it's you that's it's kind of like you're the petitioner. Your husband is going to your country, so you are solely responsible of your husband. will be coming from US to Singapore or Hong Kong, no Manila. So you will have flights either in Hong Kong or Singapore straight to Cebu. Is that correct? Thank you so much. Good luck. Have a great evening, Miss Addie. Thank you, Francis. Like I said, your quarantine is the first port of entry in the Philippines. So you guys have any more questions? So like I said, keep an eye on our travel updates. Like I said, I will be doing a what do you call this? Summary of the latest IATF guidelines for November 1st to the 15th. So right now at the moment the no quarantine rule is only for green list so far, but there are agencies that are going to be formulating and and doing recommendations on special pilot testing for quarantine protocols to those travelers coming from green and yellow list. So with that being said, looks like they are also going to be changing what's the current protocol of the green list. So or they are going to adopt, it's that's either the two. They are going to change what's the current protocol for the green list country, or they will have the protocol from the green list country adopted by the yellow list country. If that happens, there will be no quarantine anymore. If that happens, if that's what the recommendation that they will come up during their meeting and stuff, but they're still they're actually working on that. I'm flying to Cebu direct. Can I do MCIA and One Health Pass? No One Health Pass for Cebu, Nanette. It's just the MCIA for Cebu. Cebu don't use One Health Pass. Oh, my kids are being noisy. So we have 10 minutes more. 10 minutes more, guys, before we 10 minutes more, then we can wrap this up. Is that pilot test beginning November 8th? That's what they said on their previous announcement. But we will see comes November 8th if it will really officially start. So I will definitely keep you guys posted when that starts, because they should make an announcement for that. What is MCIA? MCIA stands for Mactan Cebu International Airport. That's the acronym of Cebu Airport. But like they said, they are going to do a pilot test. We just wait. When is that? Is it going to be on November 8th, like they said? But it might be a little early because they were already told that they need to formulate and do recommendations on that pilot testing. So, and as usual, I will keep you guys posted on that. But is it okay to do MCIA and One Health Pass? I just want to be prepared. Would you suggest MCIA only? The problem with One Health Pass, when you do the One Health Pass, they will ask for hotel names on where did you book. Unfortunately, you will not find hotels in Cebu in One Health Pass. So that would be your problem that you're going to be facing if you really want to register with One Health Pass and you are flying to Cebu, because you said you're flying to Cebu and you will be quarantining in Cebu. So my phone is going crazy. Can you fly directly into Cebu, bypass Manila, into quarantine in Cebu, then continue on Davao? Actually, yes. If you can get a direct flight from the US to Cebu, you can do that. There are especially in Cebu, they now have 2,000 travel cap. So they have more flights now coming into Cebu. So you should be able to get a direct flight. It has to be a direct flight. Because, like I said, you will quarantine on the first port of entry in the Philippines. When are you going to do live stream with Geo in the Philippines? Do you know? I actually, well, I'm a follower of Geo. I'm a subscriber of Geo, and I actually commented in his chat one time, Gio, I would love for you to be on our show in LDR, and he's like, sure. It's like that would be cool. Just message me, and I just did not have the chance to do that yet. And I would love to have Gio in my channel. I would love to have Filipina P in our channel. I even want to have vlogger grandpa to be in our channel. Those are the channel that I follow, that I know that are legit and accurate and stuff, and they really give good information to everybody. Because I know Filipina P, uh when she gives information when it comes to immigration and travel, she will always have somebody from the immigration, or does know what's the rule of the immigration in the Philippines, and it's just so cool. So, like, I guess I'm a little shy to reach out to them because they are big YouTubers already, and I'm not I'm not to that level yet. I'm just a little shy on. I don't really know how to approach them on that, but I can always try. I would love to have them. I would love to interview them. That, I think that would be so cool. Especially Gio, because Gio has been here in the Philippines for a long time. I'm curious to know his adjustments in the Philippines. That would be. Is it possible to fly directly into Davao? Hmm.
Not right now.
There are actually flights. There's actually flights that you can fly direct to Davao, but I'm not sure this time traveling hobo. Cost more to bypass Manila through Singapore or Hong Kong, at least in my case. Oh, okay. Far less expensive through Manila. That is true too. Good evening. Hey, good evening. I love watching Vlogger Grandpa. Vlogger Grandpa has a lot information in his channel, especially retiring in the Philippines. He also does travel updates like I do, and he's also one of those accurate channel in the web when it comes to travel updates. It's like I highly recommend Vlogger Grandpa too. You'll get a lot of information from him, and I really look up to that guy. He's one of my mentors, and he's really cool. I was checking the MCIA registration. It says to do it 5 days before you travel. I'm leaving on Saturday, so I can register on Monday. Yes, you can, Nanette. Hi, Addie from Sydney, Australia. Any word on possible Mindanao International Airport opening soon? Thanks, love your vlog. Gio on LDR discussion would be pretty good. Got my boat. Hehe. Yes, it's like Gio does. Gio interviews couples also, and I think it would be cool if he's going to be on LDR. We will see how will that work. We will see. We will try to reach out to Gio, see if. But on your question, they are really looking at opening airport gateways in several cities. Like Jensen was picked, actually Cebu. I know Bohol, Zamboanga, but they have not really started that yet. So hi, is the ICV or yellow card still part of the requirement? They are now actually accepting the white CDC card if you are traveling from the US. Flower Grandpa is great. Yes, he is. He sure is. Let's go, Brandon. Who's Brandon? Is it Lover Grandpa? No, Vlogger. Vlogger Grandpa. That's his channel. He's got a lot of informations there if you plan to retire in the Philippines. He's really good at that. When do you international tourism will be open November, December? I don't really think it's gonna open this November. December, there's the chance, 20-80% chance. I don't really know. So, but you'll never know. The Philippine government might surprise us. But do you guys still have more questions and stuff? It's really funny that you guys mentioned Geo, Vlogger Grandpa. It's like I'm having goosebumps when their names are mentioned because they are uh like this. I'm here. you know, Vlogger Grandpa, Filipina PG. It's like they're over here. I'm still here. I look up to those guys. I heard that you're not considered fully vaccinated until 14 days after second shot. Correct. So even though you already got your second dose, but you have to wait 14 days before you are really fully vaccinated. Hi, Andy, my fiance who lives in Manila and myself in Texas. Look forward to each of your videos. Awaiting the allowance of the foreign tourists. Thank you. I know Larry is like not just you, but majority of our subscribers are also waiting for the Philippines to open up because especially holidays is coming up. So I was like, there is no place like home. It's like, I know that there's a lot of you were discouraged because of the travel restrictions to the Philippines. I hope you guys will not hate the Philippines for that. It's like, don't hate the country because the country is here and it's just decided by those in power on what is going to be implemented in the country. And I really hope that when the Philippines opens up, you still have the same feeling on how you fell in love in the country, the Philippines, when it's finally open for everybody. I know it's like I can see a lot of comment that I hate the Philippines. It's like I really hope you guys don't hate it. It's like there is really more fun in the Philippines. It's just that with the travel restrictions imposed, it's not possible right now. And everybody is really dealing with the pandemic, not just the Philippines. And unfortunately, Philippines is a third world country and first world country can't even control this pandemic, what more with us third world country. So I'm really hoping that you guys don't hate the Philippines, don't hate the country, hate those people that are in power, that's doing the restrictions and implementing them. Could me and my fiance meet in Canada, get married in Canada? I am from US. If she can get a visa to Canada, then why not? It's like it's just a matter of getting there and uh have the requirements. Just got here. Hello. Sa US Embassy Manila is still not open. My son's paper is still inactively reviewed since March. I wanted to home to be with him. Okay. Yeah, it's like the US Embassy in Manila has not fully resumed yet. I will read a few more comments, guys, because I really need to wrap this up and get ready for our interview in 30 minutes. You're right there with both Geo, Filipino P, and Grandpa. Your channel is excellent. Oh, thank you, Gary. Thank you so much. That means a lot, Gary. When envy country opens, surely Philippines will open. Only time will tell. Patience and wait for it. Very true. Filipino people are wonderful people. Unfortunately, the government there is like the government in the States. It really sucks. Ah, no. Hi, do you have any idea if I apply for 9 EVs, how many days before they approve it from US to Philippines? Thanks. Usually, the approval time or the process is 7 days. How early is too early to put a Christmas tree? My wife and I debate. We actually start putting up Christmas tree in September, Mark. As soon as Burr months hit the Philippines, that's the start of our Christmas. That's just how we roll. We have Christmas tree in our living room that's been up since last year. So it's up all year round. I don't take them down anymore because it, it it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of work. So it's like, screw that. I will just leave you guys there. So this year, I don't even have to put it up anymore. All I need to do is clean it up or add more ornaments on it, decorations on it. Then I'm good to go for this year. It's like literally our living room is still decorated with Christmas decors from last year. Yep. September. We start in September. I know in the States you got, and I know in the States we don't do that. We do that right after Thanksgiving or during dinner time on Thanksgiving while everybody's chit chatting. Others are putting up the trees, putting ornaments and stuff. In the Philippines, no. As soon as Burr month hits, then that's it. If you can, that would be nice. But guys, I would really hate to wrap this up, but I really have to because we have to prepare for our interview in actually 25 minutes. So I really need to get ready and I will upload that in the channel. Hopefully, we can get more information with this new website and I can share it with you guys. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Maraming salamat for all those questions. If you have more questions, please feel free to message me on our Facebook and Instagram. Same handle, the Eaton Squad, and I will answer you guys as much as I can. So maraming salamat. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. So I still love the as much my LDR. I do understand your government just trying to keep the people safe and good thing. I know. Thank you for that, Roma. My mom is dual citizen and our travel is in November 12th. Can I still travel with her passport? We are still waiting for a new passport. Please advise. She can use her dual citizenship documents. Bring her dual citizenship document in lieu of his passport. So, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you guys on our next live. That's tomorrow, Halloween special on LDR discussion. Everybody's invited. If you guys have your costumes, please wear your costumes. It would be fun. Maraming salamat. We'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Good night.